Welcome back in, hockey fans in the Desert Southwest. It is another 5-minute Powers play. We missed the coach last week. He's got to do meetings too occasionally, but he's back with us. I guess it was a good thing because it was a sweep up in Colorado at Air Force. So tell me a little bit about the weekend.
I was really happy with our guys. Like I told them after the game, any win on the road is tough. And when you can sweep on the road against a really well-coached team that plays really hard like Air Force, it's a great sign. We have a ton of character in our room. Our guys knew that we went up there and our backs were a little bit against the wall and we had to go win some games, and we did.
You know, you look at milestone weekends, and Evan gets his first collegiate win, then he gets a shutout. But you guys played, and I heard you say this a couple different times over the weekend, it was a team win weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah, especially Friday. I mean, both games were really good road wins, but Friday was probably one of our best overall collective efforts from top to bottom, where we just went out and executed everything that we wanted. Most importantly, defensively, we were really, really good and stingy in our own end and blocked a ton of shots, and we're just really difficult to play against while staying incredibly disciplined, which is a huge focus. So really happy with our guys. We made it easy on Evan on Friday, and then on Saturday he was outstanding and helped us win that game.
You know, I didn't have a chance to talk to you, obviously, last week after Minnesota State. I know you were frustrated with the way things went up there a little bit, but not really for your play so much as the way things went. Let's just say the way things went. But tell me a little bit about how the guys responded and what you saw the week of practice. I saw you watching last Tuesday from above, and it looked like the guys really made some changes.
Well, I mean, we just had to stick with it, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, if you parallel last year to this year, we dropped that home opener. It was the game we didn't expect to drop, and had we hung on there in the last 2 minutes, we would have been in the exact same position that we were last year, playing arguably the top team in the country in that second series. Last year it was Ohio State. This year it was Minnesota State. And so, you know, we just told the guys it's a long season. We're fine. And at Minnesota State, you know, I mean, we had a power play on Friday night to tie the game up and gave up a shorty. And then on Saturday, we really liked how we were playing in those first two periods. And some unfortunate stuff happened there at the end of the second. And to credit to them, they are such a good hockey team, so well coached, tough place to play. They just don't lose at home, and so we knew what we were up against. But that at the end of the day, I knew that series, win, lose, or draw, was going to make us a better team, and it did. Playing against that good of a program and what Mike Hastings has done up there is remarkable. It made us better. It prepared us for Air Force. It got our guys a little bit angry and a little bit and refocused, and we knew we had to go up to Air Force and get a win Friday. We knew, and we played like it. We played desperate, and then it carried over.
So now you get a week off, which is kind of probably nice. I know you got a few bumps and bruises for guys, but probably nice to get this week off now before you regroup for Quinnipiac here.
Yeah, we're going to make the most of it. I think we if we had a perfect world, we'd rather play, right. You know, but because we like how we're playing right now. But we're going to work hard, really hard this week, and that's what we told the guys. It's not a week off. It's a week. It's a week to refocus and really dial in some things. And so we got the power play going Saturday night. The kill was great all weekend. We you know, last week primarily the biggest thing we focused on was special teams. And when you can win that special teams battle, especially on the road, it's the great equalizer. And we did both nights, in my opinion. So you know, that was big for us last week.
Okay, Evan's performances stand for itself, but a couple of guys that caught my eye is Johnny Walker with 3 assists. He's now tied for the lead in points with 10 points, and 6 of them are on assists, which I think is opening nice around the hockey world. And the other guy that really stood out, I thought, was Dom Garcia. I know you sat him one night, and all of a sudden Dom came back with some fire, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, Dom, I think, just had to reset, you know, and sometimes it helps guys to watch a game, and he needs to be true to himself. He's a captain and a leader and a go-to guy for us that's out there in important situations, especially defensive situations. And he just maybe started to get away from what made him successful as a player. And boy, was he was so good this weekend. He was a handful for them in every way, and his energy just you know, resided through our entire roster. It was great to see him play the way he did, and I love that kid. It's going to carry over. He was really good for us.
Johnny being Johnny out there, or what are you seeing differently in Johnny's game?
I think Johnny's just expanding, his horizons a little bit, where, we're trying to get Johnny to if something's not there, to not force it and 1v1 so much, and just kind of delay and face up and make plays, because he's a playmaker as well. He sees the ice very well. He's not just a goal scorer, and he's starting to prove that. So he made some tremendous plays this weekend. And like always, he had a goal, but he could have had 3 or 4, and he just competes. That's the best thing about Johnny. Johnny doesn't care how it gets done. He really, truly doesn't care if he gets on the score sheet. He competes and he wants to win, and because of that, he scores. So when he's committed to playing the right way, he's virtually unstoppable.
Okay, we'll get to Quinnipiac next week. Let's wrap things up by talking a little bit about some of the guys with injuries that came back and some that are out. But Jax Murray came back and got some action. That was a good thing, I'm guessing, for you. And I saw Max Ballinson on the ice today, still wearing a colored jersey, but doing some work. And then, of course, you lose Groobs. We know how long he's gone for.
Yeah, having Jax is behind from a conditioning standpoint because of he didn't get any work pre-China and minimal work when we got back, and he got cleared about a week and a half ago, and I wanted to get him on the bench as the extra, just to feel the game and be around the guys and see the speed, and I think that helped. But putting him out in altitude probably wasn't the most fair thing to him, and he agreed. So he's getting there, and he's going to be a good addition for us. He's a really good player, and Max is almost cleared. He's almost back, so that'll be another nice option for us to have in the back end. And Groobs, we expect to have him back at worst after that long delay we have after Alaska. So for the most part, we're pretty healthy, and the guys are ready to go.
All right, Coach, thanks for sitting in again. Good luck on the off week, and then we'll talk more about Quinnipiac next week.